Okay, so basically, I kind of want to say this. I've tried to record and it has been a fail several times at this point. But, and two, I don't really know how to be myself, be honest, but I'm just going to say really that I am still in the struggle. And I just wanted to record this now because it's helping me to kind of like put one foot in front of the other. And today in rehearsal, I will say that this tracks to another memory I had when I was 16 and limits I placed on myself, where I kind of felt the society telling me as a black girl that I could only achieve certain things. And being in a white environment, I realize now how much that got to me. And I can articulate it now that saying I wanted to be a dancer is kind of a manifestation of me only knowing these limitations, number one, and number two, limitations of society and limitations of my family system. And I'm learning also that I think I may be the first girl on one side to attend college, first generation. For my mom, no. But even as a Nigerian girl in the 70s to go to college, I am going to guess that that is still a major thing. And things didn't work out for her in America the way that it did for her siblings, some of her siblings. So there's a lot I could say, but I'm just going to put that on pause. But what I want to say really quick, because since I'm in Act 1, and I do think had I had the right foundation, um, protection, less trauma, family support system, I would be in a wholly different path now. And honestly, I'm saying that for me, but I know that could be for you or anybody else too. But I am in Act 1, and God willing, this can help build that foundation, possibly even within this struggle, which maybe that's why I really need to make this video because it helps to lay a brick that feels like it's not possible to lay. I want to talk about racial stuff too, gender stuff, all of it that's going to concern me and others who carry some aspect of these intersections or both intersections. Mainly, I want to talk from this both intersection perspective, but I'm saying that it ends up being that some may connect to something, but yeah, it's a double intersection. It is an A times B situation. It's not an A. I don't know. I don't know, like, mathematically how that would work out. It's like literally I'm the A times the B. I'm not just the A, I'm not just the B. So I want those who are the A times the B too, but it's possible that there is someone who's just the A or just the B. But this is not a compartmentalized situation, but that is also what can happen. But okay, what I was saying is that dance wise, I will have been told that I was too old, and I will have been had a lot of discouragement along the way. Not to mention the support that hasn't existed for me in my family system sometimes. And that's been difficult because I need support when I'm making mistakes in rehearsal, and I wish I had somebody that's like, you can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. And luckily actually I do have some that's kind of some. So I hope it can build outward is what I'm saying, but I can't lie with that. I don't think all the time, maybe not all the time, but often enough about the things that have been said to me. And mind you, I got into this company when I was 35 years old, and people oftentimes mistake me for a lot younger age, primarily because my voice sounds really young too. But as I've talked about the trauma I have experienced, I have a presentation that is frozen where growing up actually it would probably require a certain amount of work, but probably by this time probably not, but a certain amount of work to be able to access my womanly self. The best I would probably do is girl slash woman, and And since I even was younger in college, I liked that concept of the girl woman. So the gammon quality. And that's fine by me. You know, the fairy quality. That's fine by me. So anyway, and that's all I want to say. I got into this company at a time where it's not really a time where you're supposed to be getting into companies. You're supposed to be winding down and quitting. And I've been improving. I actually saw some of my recording today, and while it was not exceptional, it was actually better than I thought overall. And there were some things like certain things that needed work, a good amount of things, but the overall quality of it I felt had improved from when I started 4 years ago. And so I'm just saying though that it can be discouraging because I'm still on public transportation. I'm still working an unjob that I've had a relative say that many people who graduate from college work an unjob like this. And no, you should not have this as a goal. You should just say that it's going to get you to point B. No, you don't have to be humble about things that you work to not have to be accessing. And I think that's one of the things that this kind of these kind of low expectations that are there that that's the reason why when I was 16 I only said dance and I didn't think other things. When I came to college with 18 credits, I had enough AP credits, enough 4s and 5s on my AP scores to have 18 college credits. And people I'm related to say they dropped out of high school, but they don't know what an AP, maybe they do, but it's like, or if they're a professional, big professional, they don't know this about, they don't have not had that support, that level of support. But that's another talk another day, and that's all I want to say. I've talked for 7 minutes, and it's time for me to go to bed, and because I want to wake up at 5:30. And all right, have a good night. Bye.